This is Melissa Zad for Into Boxing, here joined by the one and only me, Super Youssef Khoumari, in my local area. You don't know, North West London to the world.
Thank you, Youssef, for my lovely introduction. I absolutely love that. That was thrilling. Yes, as Super Youssef said to all you guys, this is Melissa Zad for Into Boxing, joined by none other, the one and only Youssef Khoumari. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm back in Wembley. I'm back in my local area again. It's good to be here.
It is good. It is good to have you here. It's nice to have an event like this in your local area so you can attend, you can show support, etc. How did you find, obviously we had the press conference yesterday. We've just finished the weigh-in for Whyte Juma on Saturday night at Wembley. How did you find the weigh-in today?
Do you know what? I think it was a fantastic event. You got people rolling in, so it's good for the event. People that don't really know about boxing can come in and sort of learn about boxing, learn about the event. The weight in itself was good. Everyone came in shape, looking good. The main event, both guys came in on weight, in shape. It just makes it even more tastier for tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to the main event. I'm looking for the whole show. You know, we got Shannon Ryan on the show as well. You got Chris Congo. It's going to be a great show.
Do you know what? You know that main event face-off? Did you feel the tension as much as I did?
Yeah, I felt it. And I was standing all the way back there because I don't have the special privileges like you. You're being right in the media bit. So
I'm sure, Youssef, if you wanted to get right here, you could. But you just play it humble, which is nice. We like
Come
that.
on. You know the vibes.
But yeah, it was tense, wasn't it?
It was tense. Both guys looked really up for it. Both guys seemed very confident. So yeah, it's going to be a great fight.
What do you think is going to happen for the main event?
I think at some point, Dillian'S going to get Richard to stand there and go with him. And then from there, it's who lands first, because both got dynamite in their hands. So I think whoever lands first will get the victory.
It's really exciting. I mean, I feel like for Dion, he's been given this opportunity, which is just, rare. And he's kind of, you can see it in his eyes, he's game, he's ready to grab it with both hands and just go forward with it. Whyte, it's a tricky one for him because the pressure's on for him not to lose. He can't mess this one up, because it's not going to look great for him to mess it up, where he was going to be facing Fabio Turchi, and that was going to be a little bit of a step up for him. So this is not one to lose.
There's a lot of pressure on him because not only is there pressure on him to win, I feel like there's pressure on him to entertain and perform on top of the pressure to win. So it's a big ask for him, but it makes it more entertaining for us as spectators to watch.
Fans,
I'm going in as a fan on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to it.
It must be nice for you sometimes to just sit on the fan side.
Definitely. I could eat this morning. I'm going to a weigh-in and I could eat. It's the first time in years that's happened. I didn't have to worry about anything, so
it's a good place to be.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Shannon Ryan. Obviously, I assume that's who you're here supporting.
Yep, of course.
Shannon Ryan trains at our gym, IQ Gym in Neasden, so a very local gym as well.
The best gym.
Yeah, the best gym, exactly. We had a few people actually here supporting from the gym. What's your thoughts on Shannon Ryan as a boxer, as a fighter, as a personality?
Do you know what? Seeing her yesterday at the press conference and seeing her at the weigh-in today, it's like she's just built to be a superstar. She's built for the big stage, And I think the last box to tick now is for everyone to see her fight. And once everyone sees her fight, they'll see that, what we've been talking about and what we've been saying in the gym and telling everyone about how talented she is. Everyone will realise we're telling the truth, and it's the truth, and they'll see.
Do you know what? You've mentioned a really good point, because actually throughout this whole week, these are the big lights now. This is a huge platform and it's enough to make anybody feel nervous. But I really feel like I've been more nervous for Shannon than she's been this week. She's been laser focused, she's been taking everything in her stride. It's been quite fantastic to witness. Yeah,
she looks really relaxed. I spoke to her just before she went on stage. Seems really relaxed, seems like the occasion's not getting to her. She looks like she's ready to go. Ready to go in there and put on a show for everyone and announce her arrival on the big stage.
Yes, can't wait to see it. Aside from obviously what's happening on Saturday night, let's talk a little bit about you. I haven't actually had the opportunity to catch up with you since your loss to Castaneda on the Matchroom show. I am a little bit biased. I'm going to put it out there. Obviously, I'm a big super fan. However, I was trying to judge it really objectively, and I had you up by a couple of rounds on the scorecards. How did you see it?
Do you know what? I had the fight in the bag going into the last round, which is why I went out there and I thought, if I just box the last round and win the last round, the fight should be mine, on all three cards. Obviously, when I read the decision, the three judges had it differently. But you know what? It is what it is. It's done now. All I can do is take the positives from the fight, work on the negatives from the fight, and come back a bigger and better fighter. I'll be up for a rematch if Castaneda's on it. You know what? I've been away for a bit just keeping an eye on my division, and not a lot's going on. It's very boring. There's no one's fighting no one, and if they do fight, they fight tomato cans. You know, Zalfa Barrett's one of them guys. He won a world title final eliminator, and the common sense thing to do after fighting a world title final eliminator is to fight for the world title. But the man is going back because I'm fighting for a European title. I don't know what he's trying to do. You know, Joe Cordino's doing absolutely nothing. Martin Ward's disappeared. Kid Galahad bottled it against Gas Castaneda. I actually went all the way to Nottingham on the day of the weigh-in to watch that fight and realise at the weigh-in that the fight's not on because they didn't weigh in. You know, I don't know what happened to him. He must have bottled it or something. It must have been, you see Castaneda's a real puncher, someone who's really going to come and win. I thought, you know what, I don't really want a bit of that, I want something else. So a lot of these guys are a bunch of cowards, so they need to throw me in there and spice the weight up a bit more.
I don't know why they're not throwing you in there, to be honest, because the one thing that we could always say about you is that you put on an exciting performance. Even, you know, I just remember the first time that you were fighting on Matchroom, right, against Kane Baker. Look at that memory, guys.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's how good the fight was.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It was a great fight.
Amazing fight.
It was like what, like a year ago almost?
Almost a year ago.
Yeah, almost a year ago. So I just remember seeing you on the Matchroom platform against Kane Baker, and I thought, this guy is exciting. He's exciting to watch. Then obviously you went off to Barcelona and you fought against what was going to be a kind of like interim fight, which turned into a little bit of a war. Again, very exciting.
Yep.
And then obviously we saw you against Castaneda. Castaneda is one tricky operator.
Yeah.
He's one tricky operator. Yeah. But I had you landing the cleaner shots.
Yeah.
You know, I know he rocked you in one of the rounds. I think it was the 8th round. Yeah. As you were rolling, he got you. Rocked your balance a little bit. But you always put on exciting fights. So when can we expect to see you back out there?
Do you know what? Hopefully soon. I mean, there's a lot of good events going on. Boxers sort of open a new avenue for us boxers to come on, more opportunities, more shows. You know, I'd love to box in a show in my own area. I mean, like seeing a weigh-in in here and an event going on here as often as has been happening. It's amazing. I feel like, right, imagine if I fought in my own area. You know, everybody wants to fight in their hometown. You know, we saw Leigh Wood the other week defend the world title in Nottingham in his hometown, packed out the arena. It was mad. So, you know, one day hopefully I can box in my hometown. I don't know as to when. My team are still working on something. They told me they're working on something big. So I put my trust in my team and manager, Dillian Whyte, you know, to provide me with another great opportunity, provide me with 3 great ones. And I'm sure the 4th one's going to be even bigger. But yeah, I mean, I might ask him, I might tell him, you know, I need to go in with these guys in my way because these guys are a bunch of cowards, man. They're not really doing anything, like I said earlier, you know, fighting for world eliminators and going back to European titles. You know, who does that, man? That's like, you reach the FA Cup final and say, you know what, now I'm going to go and fight and play the Carling Cup semi-final instead. That's a silly thing to do. I don't know whether he's scared or he just doesn't want to have big fights or he might just be a plain coward, innit? I don't know.
Or maybe the opportunity, and just playing devil's advocate, maybe the opportunity didn't present itself for him to go forward. So he thought, let me just stay active and, you know, I don't know. I don't really understand. But I'll tell you what fight I think will be really good. You v Joe Cordino.
You know, that's another fight I'd love. I mean, I'm in boxing to have big fights and to challenge myself. A lot of these other fights don't really excite me anymore. I want a fight that's going to challenge me, a fight where it's a 50-50, where people are saying they don't know who's going to win. I don't want to have a fight where 90% I'm going to win and the other guy's taking it late notice and he's lost 3 on the trot like these other guys are taking. I want to fight someone that's coming to win. When they offered me the Castaneda fight, I think before they even finished giving me the proposal, I said yes, because I saw the guy's record. I saw his high knockout percentage. That's a fight I want to be involved in, not a fight where I'm fighting a guy that's had more losses than wins, and I'm done with that now. I'm here to have big fights, entertain the fans, and, you know, bring boxing back to what it was. I feel like I'm boxing in the wrong generation.
I was just going to say that.
I feel like I should be boxing in the 90s or something.
I literally was going to say that. You mentioned your manager, Dillian Whyte. Obviously, he's got a cracking fight coming up on the 23rd of April, if I'm not wrong. He's fighting Tyson Fury. Yeah. You know, it's a really big one. The boxing fans are just going to lose their shit watching that. Obviously, that's going to be at Wembley Stadium, packed out. Yeah. It's going to be crazy. What's your predictions for that fight?
Do you know what? A lot of people are writing him off, but Dillian's going to go out there and knock Tyson Fury out. Tyson Fury ain't seen nothing like Dillian before. He ain't seen no one that's willing to go in there and leave everything on the line the way Dill does it. There's no one he's never seen anything like Dillian before. And yeah, I really believe Dillian's going to go in there, land that big left hook, and, you know, knock him out for good. This ain't Wilder, he ain't going to get up. This is Dillian Whyte, this is someone else, so you can't compare the two of them. So Dillian's going to go in there and put him out for the count.
You heard it here first, guys.
Right.
Super Youssef says Dillian Whyte's going to knock him out. Do you think it's going to be a late stoppage, mid stoppage?
Probably late. Probably
Late
late. Team body snatcher.
Youssef, thank you so much for your time. I really hope you enjoy the show tomorrow night.
Thank you. Let's enjoy it.